no freaking Ricky Beer or Jason Fry or Mark Savoy either. He's freaking mediocre.
Yeah.
And yet my son Trent was amazed at what he was doing and how he was doing it. And we didn't get into an argument about it, but I just told him, I said, Trent, what the shit you see in this? But Dad, it's just the way he does this and he does that. So yeah, because that's all he can do. and I discussed it with Trent, with Ken Smith, my fiddle player, who's super knowledgeable in music. And he told me, say, he said your attitude and your approach with Trent is all wrong. Oh yeah? So yeah, so you gotta realize Trent's liking what he understands.
Yeah.
So, well, I guess I never looked at it that way. And it kind of softened me up. When Ken told me, say, Trent likes it because this guy that he's liking is playing slow enough and making simple moves on his buttons that he can hear them and almost see them in his eyes. Therefore, it's easy for him to pick up on it.
Yep.
Yeah, made a little bit of sense.
Well, of course.
Yeah, made sense to me but for me, I just looked at his music as freaking boring and simple. But I guess in the harsh reality, Ken's outlook on it was correct. For somebody, somebody else, I guess that's why he had a big following. And to this day, that a lot of people thought he was the best thing since freaking sliced bread.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of guys like this guy here who I consider mediocre players, but yet they get. I'll tell you one. He's way back in the day when I was 12, 13, 14, 15, as a young musician, I'd have played circles around this dude here. Blackie Forrestin.
I don't actually know him.
Blackie Forrestin, the Cajun Aces. He's been dead this years.
I see.
But this guy, they used to call him Old One Finger. He played single. And I mean, it was so obvious when you isolate his play from the rest of the band. He was one fingering it on the keyboard. But he always had the greatest of musicians back, Rufus Thibodeau on fiddle. Some of the very best that money could buy to back him up.
Yeah.
He had a lot of fill-in, good singers in his band, and he was a politician of a musician. Whenever he wasn't playing, he was making his rounds to all the tables, kissing the ladies and shaking hands with the and making sure the music wasn't too loud and if it was good to dance to and what's the next tune they wanted to listen to.
So you played politics.
played politics. But and actually, if you didn't know any better, the band sounded great.
Yeah.
Made a lot of great, couple of albums. But as accordion players like me and Reggie Mott and Jason Fry, the guys who really could play, we always looked at him, oh, that dude's a fucking joke. That dude couldn't play his ass out of a wet paperback. And it was true. But he just knew how to fake it and get by with it.
Sometimes that's all you need, I guess.
I guess.
A little bit of charisma.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if you want to play something.
Yeah.